As they counted the years, about 9,000, they found this hiccup in space-time, a gravitational anomaly that pulled in everything, including a surprising amount of dust. What did the Endless do? Poke, prod, capture, control, study it. And how did they do that? Oh, easy. They found a handful of uninhabited planets, broke them down, shipped the pieces back to the anomaly, and built the biggest darn space platform ever. Is it the greatest ever feat of science and engineering? Let's just say the greatest one so far. And who says it's finished? Now, around 11,000, more or less, they completed the station, and that beam was finally ready to track the dust source. And as sure as I'm sitting here, they found a load of dust like nobody had ever seen before. Of course, other folks thought it was something else, a lost, one of those things somewhere between gods and forces of nature. Whichever side you choose in that argument, it started then and never really stopped. Still hasn't. So by the by, things start to get interesting. The Endless are so obsessed with dust, they exploited whole armies of other peoples to help them harvest it. And it got worse. They started to harvest dust on a scale never seen before. But there was only one untapped load remaining, and that's why they used that unholy instrument. Bleeding dust from the one sacred source they should never have considered. Welcome to my neck of the woods. Don't look like much these days, but back then, it was a place of exploration, meditation, and research you'd not believe. The problem, as usual, was wealth. Dust. Folks got so greedy they'd do anything to extract it, and it went a step too far. From one day to the next, it was all over. I guess at the end of it all, the Endless were no wiser than anyone else who has more money than sense. You see, other Endless hunted immortality by perfecting their bodies, trying to escape all those inconveniences, like disease and old age. But that wasn't enough. They went and created entire new species to serve them, to help them find this perfection. These folks were known as the Concretes, using dineros to fix their bodies like you'd swap parts on a rusty wagon. So you got the virtuals, these here Concretes, and frankly not much space for anything else. Now some Endless were chasing after mental perfection, shaking off the lumpy clay they were born in and rising up. Most folks want to talk with the gods, but these, they wanted to rub shoulders. Of course, if you want to pull off a neat trick like that, you need three things: technology, dust, and time. Sadly for them, none of those are infinite. These folks became known as the Virtuals, and of course their journey ran them straight into the oncoming train of all the other Endless. So the Endless chose sides. Why pay for food and air when you could just shuck off your body? But then, who wants to be a disembodied mind cut off from the joys of life? Not hard to guess how this one plays out. Tension leads to anger, to sabotage and violence. And here's the corker. As the folks inside the station split into warring camps, some of the systems did as well. So just what is going on here? We got remains of an ancient feud, not just in the debris, but inside the software as well. Twin AIs forever at each other's throats. I'd say it's hard to tell the difference between them, except that one has, in fact, been trying to kill us. That one is hoping to destroy this station, once and for all. There you have it. Maybe the saddest story in the galaxy. Or just maybe the most foolish. All of this back up and running, with of course mountains of dust, because I've always been a dreamer. And you?